What's up, guys? Welcome to brobeatz, and today I'm gonna show you guys how to make some dark virtual trap beats. So let's just hop right into it and with the melody. So I'm gonna grab in a scale and we can go ahead and get started. So we just use any minor that we want. Typically I think like G or G sharp is actually good for this, so we can use like a G sharp. Okay, and I'll just name that real quick. G sharp minor. Okay, so this is the first sound we're using. Okay, a very like synthetic or a virtual type of sound. And I'll make this real easy. Okay, so all you need to do if you want to make stuff like this is use your fifths. Now I'm gonna give you an actual template that you can use just in case you lost. So you could go up to stamps and drag in your fifth, but fifth is usually just about 6 notes apart or 7 up from your root. And I gotta redo this. So if we go up 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, boom. Right, and then from here what you can do is make a chord upward from your root, like so, as if you're making a triad, or you go downward, and then from here you erase and you just make another fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, boom. And now you have something for your little melody here, right? And another tip for like virtual stuff is you want to use suspended chords. So a suspended chord just is pretty much here, just to show you, right? You go suspended second or fourth, right? So it will look like this. So this would be your regular major, or sometimes you'll have like a minor, but usually your suspended will look like this, or vice versa, something like that. But in this case, we can use a second. Now when you use this, okay, what you can do is make a chord from this note, right? So it's gonna look like this, and you can take these 2 notes and pull them up, and then from here you can have a nice little melody to start. Okay, and obviously we will probably mess around with the stuff there, but there's some little tricks you can use. Now I'm gonna just cheat and just use these little tactics here, right? We're just using the same notes, right? You can just pull these same notes up to create other melodies. You just flip flop from one to another. Copy it over. And remember, this is a tutorial, which means if I wasn't talking this whole time, this would have been done in like 30 seconds. So just keep that in mind, okay? So probably do something like this. Shift D that. And I need to replace this note. Wait, is this on the same side? All right, and that is our melody, right? Very simple. Hopefully that was easy to understand for any new people. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to our next sound. All right, so now we're moving on to our lead. So it's just our little counter here. So this is the sound we're using. All right, and the sounds that I'm using will be linked in the description. That goes for all the drums and the actual presets that I'm using, okay? And I forgot to mention, this is the BPM we're using, you know, 160 to plus, really. Anything up there you could use, okay? So let's go in here and let's make this easy. We could just kind of use anything that stems from the root, just to make, like, to cheat, because that's just the easiest way you can do it. So we could just copy this in. And usually for like these counters, I like to start them like right here, halfway through each bar, right? So something like that. But let's just try this. And I'm gonna turn this down because we don't have any effects on this yet. Maybe we could try something like this. Make a chord upward. And I think the key with these is to be lazy, right? Don't even try to think outside the box in terms of like your melody and sound selection, but I think you don't want to do too much all the time. I'm gonna pull this up. I want a little bit of more. Okay, and then I think we can copy this exactly over here and then just pull that up. And I think that's good. And we can add like some delay on that, kind of make it fill out the space. So let's go ahead and move on to our next sound. Now we have our last sound before we move on to the effects. So this is a newer sound but I'll just show you how to create it. So this right here is just a default little wave here. So this is all you really need. This is built up of 2, but the only one you need is really this one. Okay, and then the other thing that you want to add is you just want to turn this porta up. This one gives it that glide. That's pretty much it. Everything else is just flavor, just my own taste, but yeah, that's the sound. And from here, I'm gonna just use my ear because I think we have a good bass. All right, of course you need to add effects and stuff to make it nice for like the drums and stuff, but from here, just kind of use your ear and figure out where you want to put some of these notes. I'm gonna drag this in. Let's see. And typically you want to offset it from here, so you want to you don't want these to play at the same time. So you can see I have my F here, so I'm gonna just take this and then literally copy it over to this other side here. Just pull this up an octave, and then we could just copy the whole thing over just to keep it simple. All right, we could throw some cool effects on these to kind of make them sound a little bit cooler, but I think that's good for the melody. Let's go ahead and add some effects to this to make it sound a little bit better. Now I'm just going to go over the effects that I use for these sounds. So for our main sound, I have a shaper box, which is just a halftime, very simple halftime effect, okay, on a 1-bar sync. And then from there, we just have this EQ. I always use this on my main melody, especially stuff like this, because there's a lot of like high frequencies going on. So to let these other sounds shine, I usually add something like this. So this is off and on. Okay. Very simple. And then here we have this lead, and I just have this Supermassive preset. You could copy this. The biggest thing here is just this 1/4 note, just so it's on beat. But yeah, you can copy that if you want, if you have this, or just use any other reverb, delay, etc. You can obviously see the EQ here. You can copy that if you really want to, but this is off and on. There's just a little bit more delay on the preset. And then for this one, we have I believe a reverse effect. Okay, I just click the reverse right here, right? Just a regular reverse. And then on top of that, I added this little preset. Now this is a custom preset. I'm not sure if this bank is out, but I don't think it is. But if it is, I'll link it. But if you want to, you could just copy the presets that I have here. Okay, you can screenshot that to get the effect. But pretty much it just adds this like weird, cool effect. So I'll play it off. And then on. Right, and I thought that sounded pretty cool. I'm probably even save this. I like that. But yeah, it's all together. All right, so that's the effects. Let's go ahead and move on to making the beats. All right, so let's go ahead and knock out the drum. So this should be pretty easy. I just muted everything because I don't like to ruin the end for myself. So let's go in here and you could just use the same bass line right here, right? The G sharp to the E. So just kind of come up with something simple. And just fill this in. I'm gonna kind of do these at the same time just so I can get a little nice rhythm. And let's go ahead and do that. And we can mess with the velocity a little bit. I play around with these notes. Okay, just a little nice rhythm. And I'm gonna put all these on bar. just to make it easier. And over here, change this up like that. You could do a lot more, but I think this is good enough for this. I'm gonna pan one to the right, one to the left. Okay, I think that's a good rhythm. Of course, we could fix the mix and stuff, but let's just play the whole thing all together. All right, here we go. Alright, and that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.